Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Rich from Reviewtechusa! I'm calling you up, brother. I wanted to talk today. I was waiting all day to talk about some Amico and integrity in the gaming community. You like to call out others. Now I am a subscriber, Rich. I am a subscriber, and I like you a lot. But I got to point out the obvious. You're talking about grown men with families and how they're fake or their opinions aren't real. And talking about them taking a paycheck when I don't know. I know you have your family too, but first thing you Google when you search for Rich Reviewtechusa is you doing something sus to a cucumber or taking your shirt off for $50? Is that fair?
Cucumbers are delicious.
Is that fair? Yeah, but that's not. Is that what he was doing to the cucumber? Was he eating it or was he?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about
giving the cucumber a good time.
I just want to know how far he goes.
Is this a fair comparison when you're going to talk about family guys that grew up within television, are excited about the console, have their families, have children, have couches, not like these couchless bastards you're trying to appeal to, appealing to the lowest common denominator haters of YouTube viewers. Because you know what? You can be a shill for companies or, celebrities, but you can also be a shill for garbage YouTube viewers that just like to hate on everything and take the easy route out. So he acts like he's stunning and brave on Twitter saying, really the YouTube community is not what it used to be. I'm going to say what I feel. Do you think did he just take the easy way out and do the recycled talking points of all the asshole Amico haters? That's what he did. He flip-flopped. It's because it's easy to right now. It's not stunning and brave to say you have concerns about the Amico. It's the easiest goddamn thing to do for views.
I mean, it's a hot subject. It's absolutely blown up.
It is, and he went the easy way. Rich, you took the easy way out. Are there concerns for the Amico? Yes, I have some concerns, but you got to start out small. You got to start out small if you're going to go into the console market in 2021. Yeah. You gotta do smaller games, smaller developers, and reimagine your IP, your properties. Tommy is bringing back all those classic and television properties, reimagining them, and they're not gonna. What are you gonna do? Astro Smash be like the next Halo or something? A big open world? No, you're gonna do something that is homage to the original. Updates the graphics a little bit so it gets some new people in. It's appealing.
Right. Well, here's my thing. I was playing Fox and Forest. You mentioned that. So I was playing Fox and Forest today, and I had fun playing it. And the thing that Rich was talking on was that the graphics, the games didn't look good. And in my head, I'm just like, I know Finnegan Fox is one of the games that are coming to the Amico, and it's basically like a remastered version of Fox and Forest. And the reason why I'm okay with how it looks is because kids these days are going to look at Fox and Forest graphics and be like, this is dated. This looks like crap.
I like the chunky pixels myself.
Right. And kids don't.
My first reaction to Finnegan Fox is like, oh, you could go back and check out my video. It's like, oh, they went with the new, but then it grew on me and the graphics is it the best graphics I've seen? No, it's not. But it's nice.
In my opinion, I think pixel art will always age better than what looks to be like cartoony, in my opinion.
Well, no, but here is the thing. We're talking about the opinions of adults versus the opinions of kids.
Children
are not going to be as hyped about a pixelated look as we are. Like, we like it because it's nostalgic. We grew up with those graphics. So to us, it's nostalgia. For kids, it's not the same. And if this is if this is supposed to be a console for families, and you as a parent going up to your kid like, hey, come play this game with me, and they look at the game like, this game looks like crap. So, like, they're not going to be into it. But if you have a game that looks a little bit more appealing to kids, very colorful, very, you got a cute little character, yeah, it's going to make the kids want to play with their parents. That was the whole point of the new design. And not only that, people forget, it's not just like Fox and Forest. Yes, it is Fox and Forest, but now it's multiplayer. Fox and Forest is a single-player game. You can't have your friends play with you. Now the Amico is putting in multiplayer with that.
We got to get back to Rich. We're going to talk about Mad Little Pixels, who always likes to say taint lickers and stuff. This is the community that's popular on.
Well,
on
Max,
YouTube.
I'm just curious. Like, what is your argument? Are you saying that Rich is doing this?
No, no. That he's going the easy way out because it's what. Unfortunately, we all are around YouTube. We know what people like. They like to hate on stuff. They like to make fun of stuff, mock it, and be ridiculous. And he took the easy way out because he saw others, get others going. Well, this is my opinion. What top YouTubers have always done. They wait to see the way the general public goes, and the easiest way to get up top is to kind of co-op opinions that are popular at the time. The popular opinion right now is the Amico will not succeed. Right. I don't believe that. I absolutely do not believe that. It's easy to go that route. It's not stunning and brave like he's acting like on Twitter. I am just speaking my truth of what and then also calling out the people saying that they are all lying or calling into the integrity of those that say they like the product or excited about it. That is where, Rich, you cross the line. I was going to have a nice conversation with Rich if he invited me on. I don't think he'll ever invite me on now, but I don't think it's going to happen to begin with.
Well, I was going to go on.
Right. You were.
I changed my mind just because, and I explained, I did a stream where I explained.
And I think, Rich, I don't think he's necessarily going to watch this, but Rich, I do think you do good content too, but I'll be honest with you, what you do for a paycheck, for money at the end, you do some silly shit, and I don't really think you have any room to talk about others.
Max said a swear. That's
you do some bullshit stuff to get funds. So when you say that other people are paid, and the reason I'm calling it out so hard is he's full of shit saying that they actually got paid by Tommy. He knows that's bullshit, and he's trying to appeal to the same bullshit viewers that the Quarter Pounder does. Shill. He knows that's not true.
Here's the thing. I will say,
try to say that they're kissing butt. Okay, I'll give you that. But saying they actually took funds is bullshit.
Here is the thing.
Yeah.
I've been called a shill.
Right.
And here's the thing.
But that just appeals to certain viewers.
But here's the thing. We're not shills, right?
Right.
Our excitement isn't fake. It's more like we're excited that people are excited for what they're excited for. How are you going to tell somebody that their feelings are fake? You don't know that person. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm not going to assume that Rich did this for the attention.
You don't have any room to. I've watched your live streams. I see you with your shirt off. I see you massaging cucumbers. Listen, maybe you think that's funny. I would never do that,
But I'm saying, I'm not going to assume Rich's motives here, just like he shouldn't assume why people, who are excited for it are excited.
Well, he did blanket statements. He crossed the line in his video saying that, and I was gonna be nicer about it on his stream. I was gonna say I think you crossed the line.
No,
go ahead.
I will say that I wasn't happy to see some of my
CJH
friends
is back.
Yeah, I was not happy to see some of my friends up there being mocked and ridiculed because they I know these people, and he says he knows them too, and it's but do you? Because none of us really are we're not shilling for Tommy just because we like him. Yeah, do we like him? Yes, but at the same time, it's we've built a relationship with him through the time of this whole thing. When I first met Tommy, it wasn't he was coming at me I'm a salesman, buy my stuff. I told him straight up to his face, I am not interested. I don't think I'm going to be interested. All he asked for, which was fair, was just give it a chance and see if you change your mind. Just give it a chance. Really that simple. I don't understand why it's a big deal.
So the question I have is, and this is the question that I see get floated around a lot. It's not directed toward these guys. I'm just, say it in general. Sometimes people say that people are more excited for Tommy than they are for this console. That Tommy's coming first at this point.
I think even naming it Amico it's Italian for friend, and I think that's part of what you get when you talk to him. I'll tell you right now, Rich. Tommy does a lot more with his life than you do, and he responds to Twitter DM messages.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This
is what YouTubers do. I'm so effing real. What are all those ass kissers? And then everyone in this thumbnail, except Rich, I will give Rich credit. He's talked to Tommy. Pat, the Manscape punk, and crazy little taint licker, because he loves to say that. He loves to say that about others.
Your thumbnails tell me.
I'm gonna improve it later. They like to say all those ass kissers, but they won't do an interview.
Here's the thing.
Now Rich will.
Yeah, Rich has.
But all these other assholes act like they're so real, and they're really doing for the consumer, but they will never give an interview, but they will criticize people that actually do interviews.
Oh man, it's funny. No, here's the thing.
If you criticize, do it yourself.
Well, so here's the thing, right?
Oh, there's all those bunch of ass kissers talking to Tommy. You can talk to Tommy.
But here's
anyone can talk to Tommy.
Here is the thing, Max. Like
that's it. They have no argument.
No, this is the thing, right? Again, we don't have we're not ass kissing Tommy, and yes, we are excited. But wait,
shut the hell up, that little pixel. When you don't do the interviews yourself.
Listen.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Yes, we are excited for Tommy. Sure, Tommy Tellerico, Goldman.
Yeah. He's cool.
We're excited for Tommy because I'm excited for anyone that I like and get to know. I want to see anybody that I talk to succeed. It shouldn't matter if you think what he's doing is bad. If I want to support him, that's what people should do: is raise people up and try to encourage them to succeed.
Well, here's what all YouTube viewers need to encourage: is if you're gonna talk shit and then talk about other people, do it yourself. That's my old friend Black Angus. He said, "You criticize others, but you're not doing it. You do it yourself."
But that's
every single person that in a lot of major gaming YouTubers criticized the Amico this week. Every single one of them criticized the people that talked to Tommy. Guess what?
You have to realize
he wants to talk to everybody.
Well, Max, you have to realize what happened with Tommy and Ars Technica really blew up.
No,
and I'm not saying
I know. And
I'm saying it got really bad. It's looking bad for Tommy. I'm not saying what Tommy did was right or wrong. I'm just saying right now.
I think Tommy's made mistakes.
I'm just saying the kitchen is very hot right now.
But here's the thing: I understand the kitchen is hot, but it is a toy. It is a toy. It is a toy.
Well, I'm glad Firewater's joined us.
Right, cool. We're all adults. It shouldn't be. I have never, in all my years online, seen a flame war this big over console like this. Like, yes, Nintendo, they have some communities that are very critical of other consoles and vice versa.
PlayStation versus Xbox got pretty bad.
Right, PlayStation, but here's the thing. That was legit a console war between
Firewater,
two different things. This is one thing.
To give you a little backstory, okay, so a big review. Do you know Rich ReviewTechUSA's?
Yeah, I just about finished this video.
Okay,
he did a video on the Amico today.
Basically, he called all, and he's a smart guy. I think we can all agree that. But he gave it. I think where he crossed the line. Now, him saying that the games look crap or whatever, that's his opinion. I'm not criticizing him there. Where I am saying he crossed the line, and he's full of shit, is when he said that the YouTubers that collaborate with Tommy and have reactions that say they like the product, that they are being paid. And that's the narrative that the bullshit YouTube viewers like to say, "Oh, show, he's actually getting a check." We know that
we're not getting paid. We're not getting paid.
I know, but he knows that too. But he's just appealing to the same bullshit as the Quarter Pounder viewers, which he criticizes Quarter Pounder viewers.
Listen, if t-shirts could pay my bills, then Rich, I guess yes, Tommy did pay me. God for fucking bid.
No, Rich, that was you're being disingenuous to actually accuse that, because that doesn't happen. that Tommy's actually paying these small YouTubers. Maybe you could say the access to his time and having Tommy on your channel, that's a paid, but he actually suggested that. And Fireboard, I want to get your opinion in this. Is this a fair comparison to say if he's going to attack the integrity of these family men with kids that actually may have grew up with the television, they're actually excited, that we should maybe consider his integrity of really doing some weird things with cucumbers and taking his shirt off for $50? Is that fair to get, to criticize?
I don't want to get personal with Rich.
No.
But I'm a little disappointed him calling people shills when they're probably not. But I will give him this. He's gonna, in the next 10 days, he said he's gonna give the console a shot.
I said I applaud him for that.
Unlike Pat the Nest Punk, who's had numerous opportunities, he's just a coward. I feel bad for him, but he's a coward that he has reasonable means to go try out the Amico at no expense to him, and he refuses to.
No, so, I give Rich credit there, but I think it's fair of those, because he attacked a lot of people we know, Firewater and Saggy too, and saying that they're lying just for paycheck. But it wasn't just saying, he wasn't just suggesting access either. That was where I think. Because I think that's an argument, having Tommy on your channel, that could be a draw, to get an exclusive.
But isn't that like common sense though? Like if you're nice to people, they're going to want to appear on your channel. Mm-hmm. If they're not nice to people, then okay, well then we could have a mutually beneficial relationship. If you're going to be a jerk to me, then I don't want anything to do with you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Tommy and who he spends his time with and how he chooses to do it.
Right.
The challenge with Rich though is calling people paid shills when they're not. Not.
Well,
cool,
I think he's appealing to the all the.
Well, I don't want to assume motive.
I know.
Well, Firewater. Here's the thing though. Other people, not before. See, here's the thing that people don't understand. There have been people who are in this chat. Hi, by the way, thank you for tuning in. That literally have been making these same arguments way before this even blew up. So we've already had to deal and hear these same arguments before this blew up. And the argument was, and I've seen it many times, that we receive t-shirts like the one that Eddie has on, and that was our form of payment. That's how Tommy gets us to like him, by giving us t-shirts. That's illegal. We can't do that. That is what the argument has been said.
Well, that's a stupid argument.
Well, here's
exactly.
That's a profoundly stupid argument.
Exactly.
Oh, we give out a shirt, we're going to call the FTC. Okay,
right.
Man, they're going to get right on that.
They're
going to get right on
I want to handle Easy G's comment. No one should be forced to spend time with someone they don't like to have it talk about their product. If you're constantly talking about it, you're making money off
then
of it, and then you're raising concerns, and you don't really want the answers. You're just
right. So it's disingenuous, Easy G.
Yeah.
Because here's the reason why. Because if you're being called, you're going to criticize a product. Well, here, why don't you try it out? Well, I don't. And then they start shifting in their chair because they get a little uncomfortable, right? They're trying to shake out the cognitive dissonance. Here's at no cost to you. Here's a chance to try the product. If you're truly skeptical, you'll go try the product. Rich at least is going to go try the product.
Yeah, I give him
and then if he says it sucks after that. Nobody can criticize him.
No, and I will support him if he says that.
Yeah,
I just my major issue with him is saying this when he does some bullshit stuff for money too, and acting like he's really legit on Twitter today after all this. When my opinion is, Rich, I think he took the easy way out. I think it's easy to say this. Now I have concerns myself.
Everybody has concerns.
Right. But I'm still rooting for it.
And here's the thing, you can have concerns and still want it to succeed. That's the thing. You can still have concerns.
Tommy, I love you, man, but please stop doing the cheesy stock photos. I also do not like them. I guess it can appeal to younger, families and stuff, but it really seems cheesy to me. And I will be first to say that. I said it long ago when I gave a harsh review of one of their events. It really takes me out of it.
G, your fucking arguments are so annoying. This is why I don't.
Wait, can he do better than that? Wait, hold on a second. Let me real quick.
He does this all the time, bro.
So should I sports report, which is?
Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie.
I think you tried to say I should be a.
That other comment was actually referring to me.
Oh, what was it saying?
The one before what you highlighted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he hangs around my channel, so he knows
what he's
I didn't tell Eddie he had to come here.
Here's the thing. No, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. This is what they do. And it's sad. It's a sad tactic. And this is why I told Eddie not to engage with y'all. Because y'all just like to play games. And that's why, she's controlling Eddie. No. I'm protecting my friends against disingenuous people who like to use my friendships to make me feel some type of way, and it works. So congratulations. You're trying to play with Eddie is making me mad. Because I see what you're doing, dude. And that's the type of crap that we are talking about. This bullshit that you guys pull and why this is a problem with all these haters against the Amico. Stop playing games, bro. You don't know. Here's the thing, Eddie. Go ahead, talk. I'm not even going to be that person. Go ahead, talk, Eddie.
No, because when it comes to that, obviously everyone here knows I don't care about it at all, the product. I'm not. It's true. I'm not. Obviously, I respect for the product. I'm not going to shit on it just to shit on it. I wanted to, even though I don't care about it. Obviously, I wanted to succeed because who's gonna be in that mindset saying, "Oh, I wanted to fail." That will make him, learn a lesson. No, I don't. I bought this shirt just to support you guys. I know how much you guys love it.
No, I mean, it means friendship. I love the name. I love the name because it means friendship. It's like I'm gonna meet some of these YouTubers soon. I'm gonna meet Saggy Melons in real life. I'm gonna see Saggy in real life. That's gonna be exciting, and it's going to be because of our relationship and that we built on YouTube a movie talk, and then also the Amico. It's great.
Easy, G, you do play with Eddie, don't you? Because there's no reason why are you acting like you don't play with him, bro?
Yes, Pat.
You play with him. Stop playing with my friends, dude. They don't want your bullshit. Leave them alone.
Let's not play softball for Pat and Ian either. They have created a grift off of finding. And they benefit monetarily with Patreon finding the next big problem in gaming console releases. They search it out, so they have absolute bias and agenda. I'm not saying I'm completely unbiased, but if you can't see behind the curtain of what they're doing too, this is what they do. They have a segment called Scumbag Seller of the Week, people on eBay, resellers. They try to find people scamming you with consoles. So they have a lot riding on this, and they are completely conflicted and a lot of bias, a lot of agenda on their part. And then also, I also want to say, if you say they call him a snake oil salesman, let's do a little clip of Pat and Ian just for some fun. Right here. I'm sorry. Here we go. And then we'll get to Rich. Here's them shilling for a ball shaver. Okay, so if you're going to comment on the integrity of Tommy and say he's a snake oil salesman, I'd rather sell a children's console or a console for everyone than talk about shaving balls.
These are just around the corner. You can keep cool. Help our friends at Manscape for sponsoring this podcast segment. We just launched their.
I like how he has a bunch of children's toys and he's.
I really actually wish Ian would use
my hand right here.
I'm sorry.
Compliment your summer grooming routine and join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code CU Podcast.
Actually, guys out there, you should get the Manscaped for the ladies.
4.0. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver
this
ball
is fair
deodorant,
too.
Crop
If you're going to say he's a snake oil salesman when he's actually selling you the product instead of selling you
a lot of stuff. Their 4th generation trimmer.
Ian's super excited to sell a ball shaver.
I
think that's fair too. I think that's fair too. If you're going to say that Tommy, I've heard this many times. He's a snake oil salesman. He is selling you the product. He is trying to deliver the product that he says, family-friendly console, for everyone. He is not selling you a ball shaver on the side and a Patreon to try to search out
what does that have to do
problems.
With video games? It's so bad.
To try to search out problems.
Well, I mean, to play devil's advocate for a moment, though, considering how YouTube is, people do need sponsorships.
No, I know that.
It pays the bills and it helps out.
Okay, but he's the first to criticize the integrity of Tommy, saying he's a snake oil salesman. He said this directly. I can't find the video clip, but I watch his videos because I know. So if you're going to say that, he is actually trying to sell you the product he's selling. He's not selling you anything else. It's a show. The CU podcast is a show that searches out problems and doesn't try to find solutions. Just it's another hate mongering. It appeals to all the viewers, and I'll tell you, Firewaters knows this. There's a lot of money to be made, and viewers that hate on things. That's the majority of how YouTube runs right now. You find problems, you just make a big deal of it. You go full Karen on problems, and you don't try to find anything good in anything. It's the easy way, right?
Well, I mean, and just to address easy, I think I've thrashed this guy before. I'm sorry. He must be a glutton for punishment. He must like it. Okay, maybe a little masochistic. All right, we'll try this again. Okay. So, it's Pat and Ian's right to talk about products without having to visit the CEO. Fair enough. But when you have an opportunity, a reasonable opportunity to play the product and you're still going to dunk on it, you're a coward. Now, I just want to make sure we're clear on this. I support their right to be cowards.
Yes.
I 100% support their right to be cowards. That's extremely important for this argument because this guy, I don't know, man. I think he's a few aces short of a full deck. But I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that we support that right to be cowards. But likewise, because they're cowards, their opinions should be invalidated by any reasonable person. I will give Rich this. Rich might even be spending money out of his own pocket to go there.
Well, I hope he does. I really hope he delivers on that promise.
I hope so too.
Right, and
I think he will.
Give him respect there. I just think he went the easy way out to join the haters, and I think it's Tony. I think it's the easy way to join your group, the no access. I think my analogy was okay. I could have done a better one, but thanks for reviewing the $2. I appreciate it.
If I may, for a moment, I just wanted to say this real quick. Like, my only thing is like, this is not. I'm being like just totally honest here as someone who doesn't know much about it. When I look at it, I'm like, why would someone want to spend $250 to $300 on this versus a Nintendo Switch? And that's been like the one sticking point to me in terms of like, if it's meant for couch co-op and kids, it's like, well, why not go for a name brand?
This is a marketing problem, and it's hard. The consumer, and it's, hey, you have to do what's right for the consumer, but it's an all-in-one. It's a bundle. It's
I get
controllers,
that,
6 games, it's charging. You don't have to buy any of those extra things. If you could find a way to actually convince the consumer that this is a product that you don't have to buy extra stuff, then it will be succeed. Tommy, I really think you should just do a one controller console package, and it would be, I think, based on the current price of the rumor, just one controller, $70. Take $70 off the $250 price tag. Do $180. I think that would do $180, $170. Make it even cheaper.
Yeah,
I think that would sell a lot. And then
actually, I wanted to ask, as people who are very much more into this than I am, what exactly is the launch game that's the big ticket item? What is built into the packaging?
Well,
this is the big ticket item.
He's holding off on saying the 6th game, which he said he claims that it targets it's the focus groups like it the best. He hasn't revealed the 6th packing game.
Okay,
but he also has Astro Smash, Cornhole, Shark, which if you go based on the videos where they had some people that showed up at the museum in Texas. And the kids seem to like it. I don't know.
Right. No, because the only thing is, like, my only concern is, like, this is just me looking at the footage. Like, if I actually play it, maybe I'll feel differently. I'm seeing from a visual standpoint, from what is being presented so far, from what I've seen, I don't see, right now at least, outside of Finnegan Fox and maybe Earthworm Jim 4, maybe Astro Smashers and the Shark game, like, true e-ticket stuff, true like big ticket game that's going to bring people in yet. I'm not saying it's not out there. I'm saying I'm not seeing that yet. Because right now what I'm seeing is games that I could primarily play on my phone or like a little tablet in a bar somewhere.
It's a curated, it's a curated experience just for that.
The price point is high. RJ's got a point. That is legitimate criticism.
Yeah, that's something. I think the reason he does the 2 controllers is it's. Every game
the Amico, the original and television had 2 controllers built in, right? If I remember correctly.
But I really think and he doesn't need to listen to me, but really, you could do one controller, a system, and 6 packing games for 170, 180. And, you know, that would get a lot more people on board. And then when the price drops, go to 150 with that. But I think 250 is fine if you think about that. You don't have to buy another controller. You don't have to buy more games. That's going to last you for a while. I really don't. I don't see an issue with it. It's just the consumer is like, oh, 250. That's a lot.
Can I ask Eddie a question, since some idiots want to be idiots in the chat?
Okay.
Eddie, question for you. One
moment.
Okay, well, one moment. I was just gonna say, because people like to make this argument all the time, and it's tiresome. You know, oh, they get T-shirt or they get a cup, and that's why they're bought, right? So Eddie, since we all know, and Eddie said today that he has no interest in Amico, it's not for him. He doesn't care for it. He doesn't care about it. So I'm gonna ask Eddie, and hopefully he's listening. Then when he comes back, he answer the question. Eddie, if Tommy sent you a shirt or sent you some Amico swag, right? Would you be inclined to change your opinion on the Amico, or would you still not care about it? You know, because honestly, if you want to go have that route, let's ask somebody who actually doesn't give a shit about anything we're talking about right now, and see if he would be swayed by a T-shirt. I mean, for the record, he bought the T-shirt himself, and he still doesn't like the fucking thing. So, I mean, if you want to use that argument, Eddie spent money on that shirt that he's wearing, and he still doesn't like it. So, Eddie, if Tommy gave you a shirt or gave you a cup or gave you anything for free, would that change your opinion about him and the Amico?
In all honesty, even if he did, I'll appreciate the free stuff, but my opinion will not change at all. I still don't, care.
I'm not looking forward to the Care Bears game. I'm not looking forward to.
Thank you, Eddie.
I'm looking forward to the Astro Smash, Breakout, Moon Patrol, stuff like that. The Echo the Dolphin game looks pretty cool. Dolphin Quest. I am looking forward to Finnegan Fox. I don't think it's going to be the best platformer ever, but it looks fun. I watched Saggy playing Fox and Forest earlier today. Looked really cool. I've consciously not bought it though, because I wanted my first experience to be on the Amico. But let's expose. That's what Rich likes to do. About what I believe, in my opinion, is he's shilling towards haters of the Amico when he acts like he's being really brave giving this. I think he just went the easy way out. Let's see. But you know what? Let's get, hopefully, the console does launch this year, and then Tommy will have options to maybe lower the price slightly, or maybe reevaluate the one controller situation. I know he wants that too in there, but it would solve a lot of the people that talk bad about the price. It would solve a lot of problems there. That's the only reason I suggest it.
I think when the marketing ramps up and they really start getting things full into swing, I think ultimately things will look a little bit better for it right now. But we gotta wait and see.
But Rich, I'm telling you right here, I don't think this is brave of you to say. I think you're just going with the flow of the hate and going the easy route. That's what I feel.
Did you see his YouTube video on this?
Yeah, I saw the live stream and his YouTube video today. I left some nice comments for him in the live stream. And I was still hoping to talk to him. I just don't think it's ever going to happen.
So usually I avoid Twitter spats, but I'm like shocked as to how bad two things. The fanboyism is for the Amico. It's weird.
No, it's
and
not.
Secondly, that people could look at the gameplay, the awful.
See, this is
awful gameplay.
No, this is where he crosses the line. He's just appealing to those. It's not awful. It could be better. I agree with that. Some of the games look like they need a lot of work, but I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion in this panel too. Hi, Matt Jarbo. I mean, feel free to say what you want to say too.
I can't stay long because I'm out doing deliveries and whatnot. But look, I don't know really like what Rich did. Did he just do a video where he's like crapping on the Amico again? Is that what's going on?
Well, I think where he crossed the line, I don't have a problem with that necessarily. It's where he said anyone that interviews Tommy is actually getting paid, and he's not suggesting with just access. There's no way they could say these things about these games. He's actually calling into question people's integrity. And then I say, if you're going to do that, look at the man that puts cucumbers in his mouth and takes his shirt off for $50. And I say that's completely fair, Rich. If you're going to say family men that are having fun on the internet and are looking forward to this as a family console and are genuinely excited, they're intelligent fans, and you're saying it can't be real. He's actually suggesting this. The reactions cannot be real. That's where he crosses the line. And I think you might owe those people an apology, Rich. I honestly think that part. Beyond that, he said he would try the Amico, Matt. He said he will give it a shot, and he's not afraid to interview Tommy. So I give him a lot of props there. Because
the reality of it is this, like, I kind of see where he's coming from with this commentary, because it's one of those things where no one has really played the Amico much, and
I have some friends that have, yeah.
I'm saying few people have.
Yeah, true.
But it's there's become this weird battlefield about this product. I only know about this product from a negative slant. Right?
Me and Saggy.
Well, you and Saggy are you guys talk about it from the positive, but I've looked at the gameplay and even I don't see what you see.
Well, here's the thing, Matt, and this is what I was going to actually ask Rich if I got on the stream with him. Okay, so you're going to bring the television back, Matt Jarbo. What would you do with the games? What kind of games would you bring?
I would. A wide variety always helps, but never discount paying customers.
Okay, say like the classic of television, Astro Smash. What would you do? Make it a big online where there's 3D and you could jump into all kinds of ships and smash asteroids and stuff, or would you just do something that's he has to start small. If he goes big and does something that's going to be the higher the production value, the higher the visuals, the more it's going to cost, the higher risks. He has to start small. He has to make these games smaller, small developers, small, and then if it takes off, grow gradually. You can't start, or you're going to crash and burn.
I agree with you to an extent, and I'm sure Firewater will agree with me on this one because he's more business minded. And that is, you still have to have a killer app, something that moves the units.
Right. I agree.
And if
that's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. If Earthworm Jim 4, which is don't get me wrong, I even as much as I think Doug Campbell's politics are god awful, I really love those games. The guy's got a twisted sense of humor, and I like it.
Yeah.
And so it's I'm kind of bummed actually. I was like, oh, cool. I was all excited to hear about Earthworm Jim 4. But now I'm hearing he's not even involved in Earthworm Jim 4. And I'm like, oh, well, there goes half of my interest because the guy's weird sense of humor isn't there,
I think he would have been more involved.
Well, they could develop it in that. Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying that they can't, but it's kind of I'm trying to think of a prime example of this. It's okay, they removed all references to Zack Snyder and Wonder Woman 84. And look at what we got. Right? His vibe wasn't there, and the movie suffered as a result of that. That's a good analogy, right? But I'm not. The thing is, the Amico could be good for families, but can it outperform a smartphone? Can it outperform a tablet?
No, he never said that was his goal. His goal.
But Max, that might not be the goal. But the challenge is it's going to be competing with it, whether he wants to or not.
Right.
Yeah, everyone has a virtually everyone has a smartphone. Every parent with children have smartphones. Now, maybe their kids don't have smartphones. And so the draw could be, all right, well, this is a console. I don't have to worry about any weirdos like ECG contacting my kid. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that. You could just go onto the console. You could just go on the console. I'm just having a little fun at it. you could just go. They can go on the console and play the game without fear of being harassed or without fear of sometimes in the multiplayer games. My niece plays Fortnite and she just got a new gaming laptop and I was tweaking it for her and she had like 8 random friend requests from like random people, and her mom comes by, my sister-in-law, and was like, do you know those people? And she goes, nope, then decline all. Just get rid of them all.
Here's my problem with all YouTubers is when you're in the commentary and you're commenting on other people's integrity, other creators, and then you do some stupid shit to get funds. I listen, I still like Rich. I think he does still good videos. When he does the whole bullshit with cucumbers and takes his shirt off, I like do face palm. I'm like, you're better than this, man. But
it's
you know what?
That's though. It's something his audience likes.
I think he's appealing to bullshit viewers. I'm sorry, haters and idiots like that kind of bullshit. To me, that's my opinion. We're here for strong opinions. That's my opinion, and I don't have any problems with him saying the games look like crap. But I want to hear from Nick Geeks from Cash. He insulted a lot of our friends, and these are family guys just here for fun and are here for camaraderie with the console coming out. And I think if you're going to attack their integrity and not even just suggesting, I can get the access angle. Having Tommy Tallarico on your channel is something that benefits your channel. But suggesting that they're actually getting paid, he crosses the line and he knows he's lying, because that just does not happen. It does not happen. Maybe big game companies where they want like a really good review will do something fishy with IGN, but there's no reason Tommy would pay small YouTubers. That's such a bullshit argument, and that comes from the most bullshit viewers, and some are in this chat. There's no way that at the best he's sending a t-shirt to show. And I got a t-shirt
but
too.
remember,
maybe that t-shirt is very valuable to EZG.
You
got to assume.
Here's the thing.
The t-shirt was sent
Well,
before
I want to hear from Nick though, because I think we are okay with Rich's criticism of the console, but I think that's where a lot of us, because we're friends, and that's like I watched the stream you were on, Nick, where you said, even beyond the console, the best thing that came out of this is the friendships.
Yeah, absolutely.
So suggesting that these family men he suggested that there's no way that their stuff can be genuine, and that's where a lot of the haters have crossed the line. There's no way people can actually like this. What's your response to that?
On my response is, I've gotten absolutely nothing for free from Tommy at all. If you want to say access, okay, sure. Because I went out and let me just go into how I kind of came into this console, if that's okay. If I can digress a minute. I came into this because it was a console that both Retro Bro was into and Cyrus, the video game buyers channel, was into. Yeah. They introduced me into this console because it was something that they were getting into. So John got the opportunity. He hit up Tommy, and Tommy did an interview with him. And I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about this guy. And he kind of came off like he's got that really exuberant personality where you're either really into it or he looks like a car salesman to you, right? I'm like, I don't know. Let me do some digging.
To me, he's the classic salesman.
Right. So I went and I did some of my own digging. So I started looking into the history of Intellivision itself. I started looking to the Amico itself. So the more I started looking at it, the more I go, this kind of makes sense. Like, I get where he's going with this. It may not end up being like my primary console, but I could see investing in this and picking one up and getting some gains into it to support the prospect of it. So I started coming up with some questions because I wanted to talk to Tommy. At first, I got turned down like multiple times. I went through the official channels, kind of got turned down. Kind of talked to Tommy. No, I don't really have time. Talked to Tommy again. Yeah, okay, cool. I've got some time. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Now, keep in mind, I've got like less than 100 subs at this point when the man agrees to talk to me. Mm-hmm. So, did I gain some subs from that? Yeah, I probably gained maybe 20 subs from that.
Well, he's from the old school that he wants to talk to every one person at a time.
Yes,
one person at a time. Yes, and he's given a story a lot with his cousin from Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, that said backstage he'd go to the person that was afraid. He likes to.
Yes,
and that means so much to them.
Absolutely.
I'm not ignoring you, Geeky. You say what you want to say. I'm not.
He wants to
you're
come
not-
on.
You want to come on the stream?
Oh, I don't really want to deal with him, but if you want him on here, it's fine. But
I'd rather have Nick.
All the stuff that I've bought, I spent my own money on. I've got, and hold on one second. Hold on just 1 second.
Geek Getaway, I'll have you on in the future when it's not other guests. I just prefer my other guests over you. I'll be honest. You want me to be honest? I'm not afraid to talk to you. Just like I'm Rich is. I don't know why Rich wouldn't.
Okay.
Rich doesn't have any game that talk to me. I will talk to you, Easy G, but we'll do a one-on-one. I'd rather have Nick on than you.
So let me just hold this up for a second. This is me spending my own money to film an event properly.
Wow.
This is like $6,000 worth of
Whoa,
kit.
you do have
I'm spending my own damn money on. Nobody spent a dime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Don't fucking tell me
that
I won't put my money where my mouth
please.
is.
Nick.
Ever.
Nick, watch the F-bombs around
Hey,
Madness.
hey. Oh, don't get my papa mad.
Well, let's finish Rich so we can get him off the screen. It's only 30 more seconds, but I think this is where you cross the line, Rich. I think you do owe an apology to these other YouTubers because I think it also you threw heat on them that wasn't cool because people are going to go. You have a large base, and you did say don't go seek them out, which everyone does, but it's still not. It's not cool, Rich.
Play has nothing to do with that. With its budget games, budget games still have to have a certain standard. The gameplay looks awful. The games look awful. There's nothing there that justifies the $250 price, even for the family games, even for the budget games. There still needs to be a level of quality there that isn't there. And it's like the Amico fanboys are turning into a cult.
No.
The product looks like shit. Don't know what to tell you. So
usually, that's a more tamer version. He did a live stream where he's really like anyone that's supporting this can't be telling the truth.
Well, in my opinion, he's got his right to his opinion. I mean, if he doesn't like it and he doesn't how it looks, and you don't have a killer app for it that you don't like, then don't buy it. I'm cool with that.
No,
that's fine.
That's fine. Just I think that's where Saggy. I want your comment on Terry on that too. I think that's where we have an issue is when people say that other people's opinions cannot be real. It can't be legit at all. Suggest that. I think that's where I have a big issue.
No, and I agree.
So that's my main problem with Rich today. Not that he took the easy route and became
Well, like I said, the issue I have, if anything, is like you can be critical of the console, cool. No one's saying you don't have the right to do so. If you think the games look like shit,
people that do like it.
Here's the thing: if you think the console looks like shit, the games look like shit, cool. That's your opinion. However, the issue lay where you're basically saying that people who don't think that way are being paid to not think that way, or we're just lying about how we feel,
and he knows that's not true,
right? And it's like how can you literally sit there and tell people what's going on in their head? I'm not going to assume that Rich is doing this for attention or clout. Can I perceive it as that? Sure. Is that what's really going on? No. Can I say that? Sure. But that's not what's really going on. And then when you have people tell you, no, that's not what's happening, this is what's happening, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. It's whatever they want. It's their way or the highway. And you can see it with this asshole Easy G. He does this all the time. His way or the highway. You're wrong, I'm right. Fuck you, Easy G.
Oh,
get out of here, dude.
Yeah, actually, he's a bad faith actor.
Right, he is a bad faith actor.
I have mods. Do what you feel. I don't care. I'm not going to personally do it. But if
he's a bad faith actor,
get him out of here.
No,
get him out of here.
If my mods feel like they want to do something, they have every right to.
Get that bad faith actor out of here. Okay. Go cry about it on Reddit and go talk. Well, here's channels. Get out of here.
Here's Mad Little Pixel who freaked out once when I said I could join you on the live stream, and he flipped out at me, that's his right to do. And I was in the chat. I was like, I could join you.
By the way, Tony's fine. Tony can stay. But Easy G, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Tony, if you have any concerns, feel free to speak your mind. Here's
You
one
won't.
more
speak of
clip
that,
of
you bitch.
Mad Little Pixel, who I've lost a lot of respect with because he calls everyone taint lickers. Again, with people that interview, and I hate that term. I don't
So
like that
he's
term.
another one who calls people who like the Amico shills, or what?
No,
I'm not familiar
people
with
that
that.
interview Tommy. This is the problem with the whole community. They all criticize people that talk to Tommy. Is there anyone that Tommy would decline for an interview? Saggy. I have a main. My issue is if you criticize, let's see what you got. That's all I mean, that's my opinion on being legit on YouTube and being an interview and covering these things. If you have the opportunity, you take it. If you have the opportunity, do all the criticism you want. But if someone's going to give you a better view or more answers and you don't take it, I lose all respect for you. And I say Mad Little Taint Licker is appealing to haters. And he won't do the interview himself. He's so critical of everyone that talks to Tommy, and I'm getting sick of him too. And that here's we go. Here's the beginning of his video. We're not going to play the whole video.
So far. Now, there are several types of people you come across when it comes to the topic of the Intellivision Amico. Those who could give a shit, those who've never even heard of it, those who are rightfully critical of it, those who will shit on every facet of the product for the sake of liking the shit on things, just straight up legit excited.
I think he's actually onto something.
Lick the Intellivision taint.
He says
will defend the console at all costs.
See that he's talking about our. I know what he's talking about. I know who he's talking about, and I say Mad Little Pixel. That's really do it yourself. I cannot stand people that criticize but are unwilling to do it themselves. That's
but like I don't know where he's getting this from. It's not like people are like literally just like championing this console. Like we have literally, there have been many times, and this is the thing, they don't listen to us. I literally did, and I will say this for the millionth time, I did a like honest reaction to the E3 trailer for the Amico, and I literally agreed with the other people that I wasn't that impressed and I expected more and I was disappointed. I agreed with that opinion. The only thing they took from that entire stream was at the end when I made the joke that I had a crush on Tommy Tallarico. They're like, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. That's the only thing they care about. That's why I said they don't want to hear anything from us. Even if we agree with their concerns. If we agree with their concerns, that's not enough. We have to hate it. That's what I think this
is constructive criticism.
It's actually totally constructive. I'd be totally okay with that.
But
that makes
I think not zero controllers because they have to make some money too, and I think the controller is important. I say one controller is a good midpoint, and you could do something really cool with the price there. I know it will look a little. It's not going to be symmetrical with one controller on one side. Put some
but the traditional you can't really do that, Matt. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the traditional Intellivision had two controllers built into it. Mm-hmm. You know, I understand from a practicality standpoint. What they should do is, I don't know. It's tough because they gotta. It's not cheap to manufacture these consoles.
Well, it really is a value. I know, Firewater. You have a real problem with the price too.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the price.
And I understand, but if you, I can't understand people that they don't understand what you're getting there. You're getting the charge to controllers. You don't have all those cables, which is really nice. I know my mother would have loved that when I was growing up without cables and cords everywhere.
Yeah, but I could spend $50 more and get a Switch that can play infinitely more complex games. I could spend $50 less and get a Switch Lite.
No, I know.
And that's exactly my concern. I
can't justify getting this over a Switch, but he said I'm not trying to compete. I'm trying to give something different. I think it's going to be valid. I think it's going to be a smaller niche console at first. If it gets a killer app, then it could blow up.
The Amico is going to save the DCU.
Okay.
You're gonna get clipped on that one.
They can't have any Snyderverse on the Amico. This is E for everyone.
The Amico will save the DCU.
Can you in a Snyderverse?
They will have a Blue Beetle game on the Amico. It will save the DCU.
I feel like the DCEU is a little adult. I mean, we're trying to go with like safe games here. I feel like that's a bit much.
It'll save the Mickey Mouse franchise.
You're absolutely right to bring up price as an obstacle. The reality is is the smaller the run, the higher cost it is for Intellivision to actually get them made. The reason that Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox can sell them cheaper is they have mass production.
Listen,
and they sometimes operate with selling the console at a loss.
Listen,
you cannot do if your games are $9.99.
If the price point is too high for you, sorry, just don't buy it. I'm just like, I've literally gone shopping.
Can you say with your broke ass after that?
With your broke ass. But no,
well,
honestly,
my thing is,
I'm kidding.
I'm being honest though, Seggy. Why would you spend $250 on this versus a Nintendo Switch?
But here's the thing.
You're always doing this versus.
It's right said. Like, here's the thing. If people like something, like when you go shopping and you're looking for something and you're looking at the prices of something and you're looking at what you're willing to pay for, it's like it's up to the consumer to decide if this is worth the money that it's priced. I'm sorry that you guys don't like it, but if you don't like it, then I'm sorry, just don't buy it. It's your money.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. The challenge with that, Saggy, it's a double-edged sword, because if enough people say, yeah, Saggy, you're right, I won't buy it, then the console turns into
it doesn't have to be a mass success at the beginning. It just
can I fill this one a little bit? Because I think I kind of answered this for RJ a little bit, or I thought so.
Yeah.
So let me just kind of approach it from this way. Would I buy this over a Switch for me personally? No. Would I buy it in addition to a Switch? Yes. And there's a reason why, because I approach both those systems differently. I approach the Switch as something that I can sometimes play with friends, but for the most part, I play it solo. The Amico I would buy as a more group console, and for sometimes where I don't want to get into something that's so involved that I feel like if I don't spend 20 or 30 minutes on it, I haven't gotten anywhere. I can play some rounds on this and I can go for a high score. Now, if you didn't grow up with games where high score was basically what you were going for and that's all you were going for, then you may not understand this until you've had a chance to play it and see how addictive it can actually be. But that's going to be up to a per person basis on what they spend their money on. That's up to the person's responsibility. Now, there are going to be families out there, they're going to look at the Switch and they're going to look at the online and they're going to go, I don't want my kids exposed to that. I don't want to have to make these choices between these things. This system says it doesn't have any of that. Maybe I'll pick this up instead.
Or there's a good sweet spot in there before you're old enough for a Switch too.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I mean, I think this can work as a console you have in addition to something else. I think that's where it might find its stride a little bit. You know, the best thing I kind of compare it to is almost like when you have like a family dinner. Say it's like Thanksgiving, you know, got all your family relatives, you come over, like dribble this way. It's like, you want to do something fun? Instead of whipping out a board game, let's whip out the Amico. You know, play some rounds of cornhole or something.
And that's exactly where I think some of it's going to fit. If you have a group of people over and people want to play something together, you're not always going to find a board game people are going to agree with, but you could get 4 to 6 people or something like that and say like Astro Smash or Cornhole or Farkle or whatever, instead of having to break out all the dice and things like that.
Tony,
I don't do the emoji charades and stuff like that.
I don't think it's going to have a big first run. I think $250 to start, see how it goes. Iron out all the kinks, get feedback, and then I think the games
console revisions
are graphically enough. I don't think they're super impressive, but they're graphically interesting enough to get some interest. And then if the base gets bigger, then you do more games, up it a little bit. It's never going to blow.
Well, it's never about graphics anyway. It needs to be fun. But the gameplay needs to be engaging.
These games have to be small in scale with less risk. Look how many big game developers go under on one game. This is completely the different direction. Small risk, less risk. This is why people you did go out of business, is they put too much risk and stuff, and then there's nothing there. You need small, build small, start small, then you have a big ladder.
Will there be online multiplayer?
No, not at first.
No, local only with online leaderboards.
He said
online leaderboards. Okay.
He said if it sells, this is why he says start small. We don't need it right away. That's not what we're about.
So if they have to triage,
if it becomes popular and people keep asking for it, he'll revisit. He said.
But with leaderboards, because obviously with a high score, the whole point of the high score is to get your time in the sun, so to speak. You know. Time to shine.
Zeno, I heard the purple ones could be 80. And then
I think the other ones are going to be close to 70. I agree with the criticism on the controller price. That's high.
Right, that is high. I agree with that too. I think it's a reality of the pandemic because I heard that the screens are hard. The costs for the screens are a little bit harder, even though it's a simple
costs
one.
are up all around. Inflation's
Right.
hitting, right?
And
you know,
and
my
it's getting
favorite
made-
restaurants charging 25 to 30% more now.
Right. So it's getting made
the same
within
food.
the pandemic costs, and I think that wasn't their I think my opinion was that was not the original target price, and that's the reality of the first run. I think if it becomes somewhat successful the next year when costs come down, I think they might revisit. In my opinion, maybe they won't. I think they'll revisit that as if they become somewhat successful and they need to do more mass production with a bigger run, and the production costs come down after pandemic.
Now, keep in mind too, one of the other things, and I know this isn't ideal, and I know a lot of like core gamers wouldn't care for that. You can technically use the controller, your phone, as a controller.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility if you don't feel like spending extra money, or you have a lot of extra people come over and you don't have enough controllers for them. Instead of shelling all the money out on the controllers, it is an option. Now, I'm not saying it's an ideal option. I probably wouldn't want to play it that way, but it's there. So it's a workaround.
This isn't just I'm not a kiss ass myself, so I will say I love Tommy. I think he had a bad moment this week when he responded to the article. I will bring that up too. I just think it's within his rights to I just don't think you should threaten on. I think everyone needs to be careful what they say on Twitter.
Well, yeah, you got to be careful when you threaten lawsuits. The most powerful lawsuits I've seen. I'm not an expert in that.
Explore your options. Go to your legal team. Don't say it on Twitter.
Yeah, I would say, look, just file it if you think you have grounns.
Right. If you see
and
what
let
they
them
say.
Announce, oh, by the way, this guy's suing me because I screwed up. Don't threaten on Twitter.
Saggy loves Tommy, but she's been critical of him too. She's like, don't respond to everything.
Dude, the first time I did my interview with him after that stream, I told him,
Tommy,
listen,
he's got to be more surgical.
I think he needs to focus on the positive, be like OEBP, and just go right towards the goal.
Listen, here is the thing, okay? People will say, why doesn't Tommy speak about these things? Why isn't he addressing things? Then he'll do it. Then people will say something and come at him rude. So he'll be rude back. Well, a CEO shouldn't be like that. So it's either you want him to shut up or you want him to talk. But what you're not going to do is demand answers, get said answers, not like those answers, and be rude to him about the answers. And then expect him to still be nice to you. That's not fair. What do you want this man to do? Well, we want him to be honest. But if he's telling you something that he honestly believes, but you don't believe it, that's not his fault. You're putting this on him. You're pushing him to do things when he caters to your needs. You guys don't accept it. What do you want him to do after that? Like, it's not fair.
I think a lot of the anti-Amico peoples, they're frustrated.
Let
me finish my thought, please. Tommy's does punch back.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
I think he should, because honestly, I think more creators and more people you have to be tactical about it. I mean, I wouldn't just be picking random fights with people, but like I kind of like how Kevin who's the guy? Wait, who's doing Indiana Jones 5?
Oh, James Mangold.
James Mangold. He hit back. It's like, oh, by the way, that Jonathan Kasdan's not even writing our film. You're getting pissed off. Basically, you're getting pissed off about something that isn't true. And, you're dispelling, and then, you can't do that. It's like, well, these guys need to be put in check once in a while. I like what Kevin Smith did. He's putting people in check, and he's making people look like idiots. And I think that's great. I think that needs to be called out skillfully, not just willy-nilly, but I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. If somebody's trying to hurt my business and they're spreading misinformation, I'm gonna challenge.
I just think there's just so many people talking about it in a negative way right now that Tommy needs to just focus on the positive, focus on events he's gonna do, and get to launch, and then come back and do.
Sadly, when are you meeting Tommy? Or do you know?
In the middle of the month.
Oh, where is he gonna be?
Places.
Yeah.
We're not. Nobody.
Oh, it's not
announcing that.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's not a public event.
Yeah, we.
Well, it is. It's just not being advertised.
It's not announced yet. So.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind then. I apologize.
Yeah, we can't announce it until it's officially announced.
I screwed that up. My bad.
Thanks for making it awkward, Firewater.
Yes, that's what I did.
And honestly, to address some of Tony's things,
Good job, Firewater. Good
to
job,
address some of Tony's
Firewater.
things, the criticisms on the price of the console and the criticism on the price of the controllers are completely legit. That's going to have to be up to the individual. And I agree that the price of the controllers are too high.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know all the factors that went into that's caused that price to be at that price point.
I don't think it's a cheap product either, but I just think it's too high. When you could get a haptic feedback, the only difference, like a PS5 controller for $70, the only difference there is the screen.
Right.
That's a hard sell for me.
I agree to that. It is a hard sell.
Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say? Oh, Neon Side. I kind of think it was a mistake. I understand why they didn't release specs, but keeping it private felt like they, in the community, it felt like they're trying to hide it. I don't think they were. He said multiple times, no one's going to be impressed by it, so why release it? But then, them leaking out, and I don't know if that might not be the final specs either. That might have been a first edition. Maybe that's why the cost came up. Some of the stuff was increased a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's
getting a hold of the parts themselves has been more pricey than normal too.
Supply chains are severely strained right now.
Yes.
My
really
advice
bad.
to Tommy is focus on. You have a lot of positive things happening right now. Just, address the haters, yeah, but wait a little bit.
But he's got to be a little bit more surgical.
Yeah.
He's got to be a little bit more surgical.
And then the guy that wrote the article went way across the line and talked about SJW's trying to cancel. He's trying to bring in the Doug Tenaple angle, and it has nothing to do with the Amico or Earthworm Jim 4. I really have a big issue with that person that wrote the article, because he's saying basically an ally. I don't like things Doug has said. I've talked to Doug before. I follow him on Twitter. That does, unless he does something illegal, he has the right to his opinion. And it does not. And he was basically just a consultant for the game, and I have no problem with that. And some people keep bringing up the issue with him signing an Earthworm Jim poster. That doesn't mean that Tommy agrees with everything Doug says. That means that you're going to get a signed poster as a giveaway for Earthworm Jim, and that's exciting. People got to be.
I think him signing the poster is appropriate. I mean, if you want a poster like that of Earthworm Jim, don't you want all the original people that were involved in that?
It's because of the controversy surrounding Doug. But that has nothing to do with the character.
It's not as authentic as it could be if you didn't put it in there.
Right. So just because this is where cancel culture has gone too far, and there is an actual argument that has nothing to do in Earthworm Jim 4. I want to see that game, regardless of what Doug says on the internet. I'm sorry, and that's not the responsibility of the team working on the game of what someone says. I'm sorry. This is where it's gone too far.
I think people are way too invested and care way too much about what other people spend their money on.
The person jumped the shark after Tommy said, I'm going to look into potential, because then he started tweeting out other things. Oh, you're an ally. Way across the board, way across the line. Disgusting. What that interviewer, or I don't even know. I recognize the site, but that's way across the line for me.
And I agree with what RJ just said. I know it kind of went by in passing. Too many people are invested in how people spend their money. It's their money. If I want to spend money on the Amico and I'll play it, that's my business.
And if you don't want to buy it, then that's fine too.
Exactly. If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. And that has been like 90% of the people I've talked to that are pro Amico. Actually, pretty much everybody I've talked to is pro Amico. You don't like the console? That's fine. Not every console is for everybody. Not everybody wants a Series X. Not everybody wants a PS5. Not everybody wants the Switch. I love the Switch. I love having my PS5, even though I don't play it as much. I want a Series X. But that's just me. I like having these consoles. I like having these options. The Amico gives me another option. And the other thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand out of this is having another console be able to succeed in the market is good for the market. And the reason it's good for the market is it shows other people that more consoles than just these three can succeed. And that's a big deal.
And my opinion is the only way to do it is to start small and then grow.
Exactly.
Because if you go all in at the beginning and do these really high priced games with really good graphics, which is nice, you can't do as many games, which he has a lot of variety of games, and it's too much risk. You have to start small, get the base level, get the things ironed out at the bottom, and you can only grow. I just don't see any other way you get into the console market now. Evercade is great, but the majority of the stuff on Evercade is collections, compilations.
Yeah. Well, and you're paying for emulated carts, right? You're doing emulation, and I mean, I'm buying an Evercade Versus. I'm going to enjoy it, but
me too, and I love Evercade, but it's different. It's not the same. People can comparing it. It's a different. It doesn't have haptic feedback. It has a simple NES style controller. It doesn't have a lot going in the controller, and people want to compare that price. Look at the actual controller. It's completely different.
Wait, so I have a question about the Amico controller. Does that have buttons or is it a touchscreen?
Well, here's the comparison.
Is
the Amico controller more comparable to a Evercade Versus controller, or is it closer to like a PS5 with haptics? It's got rumble. It's got what is it?
It's got gyro controls.
It's got a screen, a touch screen. It has more in line with the next gen controller, even though the quality of the graphics is not next gen. The controller is more in line with that. So even though I think the controller price is, I cringed myself. I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest here. I was like, oh man, that's rough. I know he didn't want that. And I know it's costs him more than it costs Sony or Nintendo because they give mass productions. The bigger the run, it gets the cost down. Yeah. He can't produce unlimited Amico controllers to make it. He can't jump the shark and buy all of them. I'm going to be super successful with Amico. He has to do as needed right now to see how it goes, and that's why the cost is probably the cost. I know when he originally. I think it's also been a learning experience for Tommy too, seeing how hard it is to bring a console that's doing something different to the market. I love the.
I kind of had something to add to what you said, but I think Eddie has something to say too.
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, I just say something. I have to go because I have to get ready for lots of stuff that's gonna happen down the road with my health and all that stuff.
I wish you the best.
Well, I hope
Eddie.
you feel better, man.
But I had to say something about this because I'm even tired about it. I expressed it so many times that I'm just to say I don't give a fuck about the console at all. I really don't. I said it. I just bought this shit just to support these guys who do care about it. That's all that matters to me, is supporting my friends. I don't care. I'm even if I don't care about it, like the rest of these people watching this, okay, don't talk shit about it. If you had no intention of buying it or playing it or anything else, why keep criticizing it? That's not fair. It's something
because they want to dunk on people on the internet.
It's true. And something about that, I've seen the most disgusting fucking shit ever when it comes to the haters with this console. The stuff they have said to these people, my fucking friends, for no reason, just for supporting this shit. All these people should be fucking ashamed of themselves for the way they've been acting. Doxing, physical harm.
They have no shame. They have no shame threshold.
They have no shame at all.
They have no shame threshold whatsoever.
Yes.
They're terrible people. And they're examples of what not to be.
Over a thing for fucking little kids. I'm gonna keep saying it because it is for fucking little kids.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
It's marketed for families. Yes, the only reason why these people are into it because that's what they used to play back then. It's nostalgic, obviously, retro games, all that stuff. I get it. I'm just saying the stuff I see is not right. I even with me, I made a bunch of parody videos. I don't know how the fuck anyone took that shit seriously at all.
And any port in a storm when it comes to their validation.
I'm just saying I have nothing against Amico. Tommy, he seems like a nice guy. He even trolls with me too. We troll each other and that's a good trait he has. I have nothing but respect for him. I want him to succeed. I have nothing against the console. I want people to buy it. That's the thing. But I keep seeing this shit on and on and on again. Once somebody says anything that has to do with Amico, a bunch of bitches had to go in the chat and talk shit. That's not right.
And Tony, I just want to bring.
But they
this up
really
too.
don't have a position to talk shit, in my opinion.
No, they
Well,
don't.
I was gonna say real quick in terms of physical harm. There's people in literally that Discord who are literally threatening to get Saggy in their work. So
Yes, they have.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Threats
That
of
was
boxing.
I
They've made
know
threats
comment.
against.
I don't
They've
want to
made
bring it
threats
up,
against
though.
people on
Yeah.
in television too. That's been
Yeah,
pretty well
that's
documented
disgusting.
too.
And I
Anything
hope-
to win the E-fight, eh, boys?
It's
You
just
could say
way
that-
too far,
Anything to
man.
Here's the thing where
take it way too far.
Anything to
And
win
then
the E-fight.
I keep thinking about it in my head. If you don't give a fuck about it, and stop fucking talking to these people about it, or expressing all this fucking negative stuff. There's all these
It's the
people
internet.
express lots of bullshit. I get it, it's the internet, but still, if you don't care, then shut the fuck up.
Well, they do care. They're
Yes, they do.
dishonest.
I know they
They're
secretly
dishonest.
care about it. That's why. If not, they just want attention. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's not fucking fair to these people who do care about it, who do express it. Look, who cares? Who gives a fuck if they give them free shirts or not? Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but
I mean,
they just need to make their little points. And,
Yes, I know
you
they have to
which
make their
don't
little
add
points.
up when you consider them. They have to defend their friends with the what's it called with the Pat the Nest Punk, even though he's a coward. He won't go test it out.
He has so much bias to try in an agenda to create a narrative around it, because he only succeeds if it does good, he's like, oh, okay.
It's in Pat the Nest Punk's best interest to have the console fail.
Yeah, and then
I don't get how they really went on that.
Rich,
I mean,
Well,
they
because
were-
the validation, see, we told you it was going to be bad. See,
they
Yeah,
were
but-
most relevant with the Kamiko Chameleon.
They need
It doesn't
and
really
they
repay
can't
him
afford
in
to
any way. Like,
but they can't afford to admit that they're wrong because they're weak individuals.
Well, they were right
I
about
get,
the
I get
delay,
from that, but
was
from
an
like
easy-
a click
easy,
standpoint, a
yes.
financial standpoint, and all that, I don't see what they have to gain either way. You
No,
see
well,
what I'm saying?
they have their
Listen.
opinions could be expensive if they're wrong.
Listen, here's the thing.
So it's not necessarily a net tangible
Pause.
positive benefit.
Okay,
What it is that, give me 1 second. It's more of a liability reduction, if that makes sense.
Right. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
So here's
give
the
me
thing.
give me 1 second too. 'Cause I'm about to go right now. Just to
Oh,
say
go
bye,
ahead.
everyone. I hope
Wish you the
everything
best,
turns out
Eddie.
a rest. I hope because I already have fucking health issues already. So on top of that shit already, I'm just hoping for the best. If whatever. But yeah, like I said, I support you guys. I support it, even though I don't care about it. I'm definitely not gonna hate on you guys for supporting it or liking it. But that's all I have to say. Bye, everyone. You're all my friends.
Love
That's
you,
all I have to
Eddie.
say.
Love
Bye.
you,
I'll
Eddie.
give Eddie some
Well, I hope you
support.
feel better, dude.
All right, love you, Eddie. But what I was gonna say is, here's the thing. There are some people on the other side who, when I first entered this, have been very, very, very like nasty. But as time goes on, some of them have kind of, I won't say turned around in their opinion, but they're starting to acknowledge and be a little bit more self-aware at how it's making some of us feel. Some of us are still willing to kind of try to talk, because at this point I'm just here to talk, and they won't like it, but I stick around. I take the punches. I take it, and some of them are starting to like talk to me like I'm a person finally, and actually talk to me about these things, and we're having a conversation. So, I'm saying, like, it's not everybody's there. Some people just really just want to hate, but some people, I'm starting to realize, they don't want to hate. Some of them actually really are just trying to have their opinions heard. And that's fine. I don't think anyone here has ever not wanted them to talk about it. But it's like I said, when it gets to the point where you're making accusations now, you're basically saying, like, you see me, I jump in the ring talking about the Amico haters. Now they're like, oh, who's this person? Oh, let's go over there and start dunking on her. But now they're starting to like understand. I just want to talk. Okay, well, we just want to talk. Then let's talk. Some of them will come around, and some of them are starting to acknowledge how absolutely batshit crazy this entire situation has become. And now they're getting tired of it too. And they're starting to reach out. And here's the thing, I'll never turn away someone, even if you've pissed me off in the past or we've had a spat. I'm not going to turn you away if you want and to reach out and extend your hand and say, hey, listen, I just want to talk. Let's talk. Like, for instance, Tony. I've had very not nice words to say about Tony. Tony pisses me off. Tony does not like the Amico. He makes a lot of content against it. But here's the thing. Once in a while, if I see something, and I'll be like, hey, Tony, by the way, I just want you to know that this happened. I still try to reach out. But we're the bad people. We are the shills. We are the bad people. We're the cult. But you still have some of it. Like, I get called a cult member and a shill. I'm still here talking to these people, engaging with these people. When they piss me off, I'll let them know. But guess what? You pissed me off. It happens. But I don't turn them away. So why are we the bad ones?
Well, higher further. I want to respond to higher further faster. The only Amico dramas on this channel. I don't see any of this crap on OEB Pete stuff. Haha. I like to address issues and where the critics of the Amico are crossing the line, are saying that there's no way someone could actually like this crap. They use those words. They're completely being disingenuous. They're actually attacking people's integrity. Projection. Look at yourself. And then when they say that Tommy is trying to scam, when I think even if he's going to fail, even if you think the price is too high and it's going to fail, you're saying he's trying to scam the public. That's where it crosses the line for me, and that's where I can't stay silent. That's bullshit.
Guys, 1 second. I need to bail. I just want to say thanks for having me on the panel. Sorry I blew up a little bit. I can't stand it when people call me disingenuous and tell me that I'm getting paid. I'm not getting paid. I'm spending money to go on a trip to see this thing. I'm putting my money where my mouth is to go try it for myself. Even though I think I'm going to like it, I could turn around and not like it. But I'm willing to spend the money to get the gear together, to be able to film it appropriately, to be able to try it myself, and to basically see it out. And if you can't see it on yourself to do it that way, you're a fucking coward. I'm sorry. I don't have any respect for you on it. And especially if you're like really close to it and you're within an easy drive. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. That's on you.
Thanks, Ryan, for speaking truth about Saga. Yes.
Thank you for calling out this disgusting individual on this panel. Apparently.
Shilly Melons. Listen, I have official. Speaking of which, I'm gonna grab
Tony.
Saggy Melon shill
Nick.
shirts. Bye, Nick.
Yeah.
Official Saggy Melon shill shirts.
I have
buy
one.
them. Yes, you have one.
Yes, I have one myself.
Go buy.
Well, Tony,
where's your shirt?
I have less bias than you do, Tony. I know you're saying you're unbiased. You're just doing it to expose. I'll be real. In my opinion, I have way less bias on agenda than you do. I'm just happy to get it. I wanted to succeed. But you're like, even though you don't go do some of the nasty tactics, you have an agenda to fit the narrative, to find stuff, and then you try to flip people to, your crew. So I applaud you for not doing certain things. I have proved that you were a troll in the past when you're disliking my videos. Okay, whatever. I subbed to you right away. I was actually opening my hand to friendship, but you have way more bias and agenda than I do. I'm sorry. That's the truth. I honestly believe that.
Yeah, wanting it to succeed is I don't know, man. Have you ever worked hard at anything in your life? That's an honest question.
Wanting a product.
That's literally an honest question. You ever put blood, sweat, and tears into something?
Tony works.
Because I can't imagine how. I guess technically it does fit the definition of an agenda, but at least it's like from a decency standpoint, Tommy seems like a good guy. We want to see that his product be successful. I don't know if it will be, and I have no idea if I'm even supporting it yet financially. But I want to see the guy.
At the end of the day, it's a console for little kids.
Yeah,
People are way too in their own heads about this.
Yeah, everything's an agenda. Rawr, like, I don't know, man.
Wanting it to
kind of embarrassing.
I mean, for the record,
it's something I'm interested in. Wanting it to succeed. That's not.
I don't understand that. I'm sorry.
I do not have. I'm not in every single. I'm in a few comment sections on Amico vids. You're everywhere.
I don't know, man. That's pretty bad, dude.
Well, no, here's the thing.
I question his character after that.
Here's the thing, though.
Well, if he donates to children, that's great.
Why do you want people? Why wouldn't you want something to succeed? Why would you just initially want to fail? Like, I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. Here's the thing. Do you know it low-key bothers me that you make Amico content and your friggin' videos do better than mine, and I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. You're barely at 200.
Easy to hate.
But this is my thing.
Yeah, well, it
bothers me that it gets views, but why aren't people staying? You should be getting, if you're getting all those views, Tony, you should be having a sub count. Your channel, view-wise, does better than mine, and I have double your subscriptions. I want to see you succeed. I don't want to see you fail. Would I cry if you did because you're kind of pissed me off sometimes? No, I'm not going to cry about it. But do I want you to fail? No, I always want people to succeed. Success, everyone should want to be successful. And if you care about somebody, or even if you don't, you should still never want for them to fail. Always want people to succeed. It's positivity. That doesn't mean it's an agenda. It's people want. You know what my agenda is? I want to be positive. I want to build people up. I don't want to always shit on them.
Tony, you said some things about him too, and you backed out on a gentleman's bet. I have the proof. I made a vid that I never released on you. Remember when I popped into your live stream?
That bet's a little because it was fair for him to say he didn't physically see.
No. Whatever.
It's still kind of like, we could just say he has it.
That's all of our agenda, Nicotina. We all want Ryan to fail.
That's not true. That's mean.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want Ryan to
No, Ryan's a good guy. Sub to Snow Dub.
I want him.
Snow Dub has like no skin in this game at all. He's like,
Snow Dub's just got his popcorn out. I don't blame him. But I mean, I don't. Yeah, saying you want someone to succeed is an agenda, dude. Like, I question a lot of things, man. I'm sorry.
I admit it could fail, and I think it'll be a cool collector's item. I'll still have those original batch of games. I think it'll be
moderately successful.
Yeah.
I think it'll be financially successful. Is it going to sell like 80 million consoles like the Switch? Probably not.
Nobody expects it to. That's the thing. Nobody.
It doesn't need.
Well, that's the thing, though. The haters will say, "Well, you didn't sell as much as Nintendo. You suck."
But like nobody expects this console. To
but it doesn't matter because they're kind of like abusive people. Like nothing is ever good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sort of like when you're dealing with somebody that's like chronically abusive, they always have to one up you.
Tommy, not Tommy, friggin' A. Tony, I have a challenge for you then. Why don't you just make a video and talk about all the positive things about the Amico instead of what anything else? Just make a video and talk about all the things that you can find that you like about it and put it up there.
No, Nicotina.
I just think he's a bad faith actor. I hope he proves me wrong.
Well, here's the thing.
I think there's good stuff in the trailers.
Tony has done other content. I liked it when he was doing streams with his kid. I liked when he did some streams with him and his kid watching movies for the first time. But that's exciting. Right? Those things are fine. He has mixed it up. But obviously, with being a content creator, when a hot topic comes, it's easy to just start doing that content. It's understandable. I did it because I've talked about it. And here's the thing: I can't blame Tony for doing Amico content because now he's known for doing Amico content. People go to his channel to see his takes on it. So when a topic,
you got to make your content with integrity, though.
Right, but when the Amico blows up, if he doesn't make a video, like you know what I mean. So I understand the whole him making videos on the Amico, but I would like him to just make one that is positive. Talk about what you like about the Amico. You've been talking
about what you'd like to see in the console. I think that's reasonable.
No, Ray, it's not cartridge based. It's not. It's digital, and then there's some type of physical media that's not. It's similar, possibly to Amiibo, but it's not really released yet.
I just want Saggy Melon's game on the Amico. Can we just make that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to be. Why do you want him to wanting it to succeed is an agenda? Like, what kind of agenda is that? How does everyone here personally profit if it's successful?
I have a genuine question. Why does anyone really care at the end of the day whether this thing fails or succeeds? Like, why do you care so much that you invest in all your online time?
To laugh at stuff, make fun of stuff, and I'll tell you
one
thing.
So they think that Tommy's the next locale
on to something because if everyone just 100% believed that it wasn't going to succeed, Amico vids would not get views. People would have let it go already. Listen, people are still talking about the Amico 10 times more than they're talking about Atari VCS. Yeah, Atari VCS is out.
I have no clue that it is.
Yeah, it's the new Atari. It's a new Atari console with Retro Reimagined. It's more expensive than the Amico. Atari VCS videos do not get the views Amico does. So people like to talk about it. That's something. I'm serious. People are still talking about it. You still get views. So people are interested to see what happens with it. And I think there's some interest in there, even from people that are waiting to hate it's going to convince little by little. It's not going to be a big market. There's been polls released on Twitter. Are you getting one? There's some that say they're going to get it. It doesn't need a huge. Everything is designed where it does not need a huge install base at the beginning. It has opportunities to grow. It's put it out there, see how it goes. Have a good variety of games. I don't like look at all the games. There's the retro reimagined are the ones that interest me the most. And I'm excited about it.
I don't play retro games. And I'm going to tell you this. When we did that interview with Tommy, before we did the interview,
I didn't spill nothing. Retro.
Yeah, we were in the backstage with Tommy getting ready for the stream. And like me and Tommy had a little, talk because, he's from Massachusetts, I'm from Massachusetts. So we bonded. And I told him, I was like, I'm not going to lie. I heard about this from my buddy Max, and it didn't seem like something I like. I'm a PS4 gamer. I play VR games. I'm a little bit more modern, and this doesn't seem like it's for me. And Tommy said, Saggy, I bet you I can find a game on this console that you would like and you would play by yourself. And I said, okay, Tommy, challenge accepted. Guess what? I played Fox and Forest today, and I actually want to play Finnegan Fox. And Finnegan Fox was the reason why I even knew about Fox and Forest. And I still want to play Finnegan Fox after I beat Fox and Forest, if I ever find all those damn magic seeds. But anyways, because I want to see the changes that Amico brings to it. They're gonna do a whole new. It's new graphics. They're adding multiplayer. You don't have to pay to checkpoint anymore. They're having all these new features in the game that I'm looking forward to now. Never cared about it before, but it's because of this whole ordeal that I'm finding things that I like to play. I don't do retro gaming. Retro games don't appeal to me, but because of this, I'm giving it a try. I'm finding things that I like. Why is that a problem? Like, why is that a problem? Like, I don't understand why.
Well, and not only that, Tommy's going to have to create new fans because a lot of people that played the Amico when they're younger or when they were adults, unfortunately, there's people that are dying out. That stuff came out in the 80s. If I remember playing the television, I played Lock and Chase. I think it was on the Intellivision.
Yeah.
And I was 7 years old.
He really does only need one killer. He really does only need one killer app.
Well, you need your flag. You need your Halo, right? Yeah. That's what Microsoft launched the original Xbox with.
Earthworm Jim 4, if done right, could sell decent. Now, it's not going to blow everything out of the water because it's still an old property. But if it like the graphics that were shown in that little clip were very much like on Rayman, like Legends level. Like they're really crisp and nice. I think it has an opportunity there. He just needs one more. If he gets that Disney license.
No.
What?
Snowdub, no! You timed out the wrong person!
Snowdub!
No, you timed out the wrong person!
Are you smoking or something?
Snowdub, no!
What is Snowdub?
Snowdub's the trigger happy mod.
Snowdub's too much.
Snowdub, no! Bradley, sorry, Bradley.
Sorry, Bradley.
Bad Snowdub.
If it makes you feel better, I could time out Snowdub.
No,
I already got Big Daddy.
Snowdub, no, Bradley, no.
How's he back?
He's back so fast.
Oh yeah, no, actually, Nintendo Rocks. I do want to talk to my friends a little bit behind the scenes, and then I'm going away for the weekend. And I'm sorry to Firewater. I was trying to show him how to do StreamYard. I forgot yesterday.
No, it's okay, man. I realize I'm not important.
No, you're very important.
Why don't you come? Are you talking about? Why are you going to Max about StreamYard?
I was pissed yesterday about all the blow up about Amico.
Don't go to Max about StreamYards. Come to me. Max barely knows how to fully.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a boomer.
All right, maybe I'll go to Saggy about it. Yeah, I got to figure out what my first topic's going to be.
And RJ, I did send you an invite to be an owner of this channel too. The same day I sent the other one. You just have to look at your email.
No, he can't have it.
I don't think you did.
Yes, I did.
He can't have it.
I will check my emails.
I'm gatekeeping. He can't have it.
You probably thought I sent the one twice. It was one for each channel.
Let me see.
RJ can't have it.
Luke Skywalker is Finnegan Fox enough to buy the console? Would a couple games be enough for you?
So for me personally, yes, because if there are two games that I'm willing to play by myself, that doesn't mean that there is not going to be more. And not only that, the other games that are available, like I said, when I first got into this, I said I would buy it and support it because it seems like something that my niece and nephew would really like, and I could play with them because I don't want them to touch my PlayStation. And they also have the older one has a Nintendo Switch, and the little one kind of doesn't play it too much, but it's something I would have bought for them. Now, if there are 2 games that I can buy for myself, then yeah, I think that'd be enough because I'd have 2 games I can play. I'd wait for more games, and then on top of that, I can get games that I could play with my niece and nephew. So, I mean, yeah, I could buy it off of just 2 titles because for me, like I said, I was literally sitting there. I bought the game Finnegan Fox at like, what time, RJ? Like 5 o'clock in the morning? And I was playing it till like 7.
Yeah. We're in that Discord call until like 6 in the morning. Yes, I remember.
So I bought the game because I was curious because everyone's like, well, you could just play Finnegan Fox now because it's Fox and Forest. So I was like, let me try it. And I've been playing it. I would never have played it otherwise. And I enjoyed it, except for the fact that I can't find the freaking
Enosh, what's up, man?
Hi, Enosh.
F that game and the Magic Seas. No, I'm busy ranting because F that game because I can't find the Magic Seas. I'm so glad the Amico's redoing it and putting a goddamn map in there. Excuse me. But dude, I hate that game. I want a map. How much to find things?
To give the cliff notes to Enosh, basically,
maybe the game hates you.
The internet is mad that the Amico exists and is coming out, and we got a bunch of it. Got a bunch of haters, and everyone's mad at Tommy.
Enosh,
everyone's mad at Tommy.
When's the last freaking time the internet was right about anything?
Are you getting Amico, Enosh?
Yeah, heck yeah, I'm getting an Amico, and I don't even care about game systems, but I care about this because it's actually something that I would sit down and play.
Yeah.
Not everything is got to be for some gamer that spends their entire life like literally cooped up in a bedroom somewhere with the shades drawn where they never see light of day for the next year until they finish a game or whatever.
I'm gonna go visit Enosh and bring him Amico gift cards.
I'm telling you right now, the first time I talked to Tommy, and when I had Tommy on here, when Max got me and Tommy in touch with each other, and I had Tommy, I need to have Tommy back on again. But
they're gonna start
now you're shilling, dude. Now you're shilling.
I'm gatekeeping Tommy.
Now you're shilling.
You can't gatekeep somebody away that was there before you, hun.
Oh.
No, I can't. I got bigger breast than you. Okay?
What does that have to do with anything?
We're working on it, Saggy. Me and Enosh are working on it.
Enosh is gonna get Max demonetized.
For the record, Enosh is more family friendly than I am. So.
I got kryptonite right here, Saggy.
No, don't use it on me. It's my weakness. Wait a minute.
That'll shut you up.
I'm telling your wife you showed that on stream.
Yeah, I don't think Tiff's going to be happy about that.
Yeah, I don't think Tiff's going to be happy about that. She's like, why are you showing them my kryptonite?
That really does
not
look
her.
like that.
That's not her kryptonite.
It's for you.
Oh, whoa.
Anyways, no, seriously though.
Well, I do want to get your take on this though, Enosh. People were criticizing the channels that are positive about the Amico, saying there's no way. No, but they're saying there's no way they can actually be genuine, that they actually like the quality of the graphics.
Okay.
They're actually attacking people's integrity. It says they can't like this. They're fake. They can't be real to say they like it.
Really? Well, you know what? I got a $300 piece of machinery in the other room in my little arcade, stand-up arcade that I got 5 machines over there. And I literally have a machine that was $300 that has 300 games in it that goes back to Atari, and like it's got a couple of television games. I think I got Lock and Chase on that, as well as Tron and all this other stuff from back in the day, plus arcade games from back in the day. There is absolutely a market for this. Everybody is not seeking out realistic graphics that it's like we're right there in the room. That is such a misnomer. It's the same thing with everything with nerddom. Everybody acts like their thing is the only thing that matters.
Right.
And that who could possibly like any 2D animation? Nobody likes that anymore. Screw that, right?
Well, it's like geeks with cash that people are way too obsessed with other people want to choose to spend their money.
If somebody wants to buy an Amico and get old school gaming and be able to play that with their family, then let them. It's not for you then. It's not. If it's not for you, then go somewhere else, dig your hole, go play whatever it is you got to play. I don't even know what they're playing now. I mean, my sons are still playing Fortnite and Halo, and God only knows what more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Play whatever you want to play. Nobody's hating on you for that. Go play whatever you want to play. Let somebody sit on their couch with their family and play an Amico. What does it hurt you? Literally, what does it hurt you?
Well, I mean, were you in Isaac being disingenuous, saying you're interested, or were you like, oh,
absolutely, because we were paid to say that. Screw. No.
I mean, but
No,
you,
we don't.
Enoch, how much
disingenuous.
is Tommy Tellerico paying you by the hour?
Let's see if I carry the 1, 6, and 9er. Oh yeah, 0.
well, you honestly said there's not many games that we play together.
No,
Like you play the what's that one game? Jackbox or something.
oh yeah, we play Jackbox as a family all the
But
time.
you're like, oh, we could play this together.
Heck yeah.
Jackbox.
Heck yeah, man. This is
No,
actually,
that's completely different, Matt. You're just as bad as the haters saying. I've heard this. It's like the Ouya.
First of all,
he's actually getting new games
First-
developed.
Oh, that's
Or-
Soldier Boy.
First of all-
That's not
hold on,
right,
hold on,
Matt.
hold on.
Come on, Matt Jarbo.
Matt, hold on, pause.
Matt
First
Jarbo.
of all, Soldier Boy had no business coming out with a console because that
Well, it was
dude is
also
broke as a
illegal.
joke.
Illegal
Well,
ROMs.
that too. But yeah, Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
had
and
no
he didn't
business
have
coming out with a console.
the IP license.
That's an unfair comparison because he's
Matt
on,
Jarbo,
Matt
get
Jarbo.
out of here!
Matt
Get him out
Jarbo,
of
get
here!
him, man. That's like a
Get him outta here.
Fandom Menace type comparison. Come on, dude, you're better.
Get him out of
Stop it.
here, Matt
Stop the behavior.
Jarbo!
Stop
Get out of here! No, I love you, Matt Jarbo. Don't be mad. I love you, but
No, I'm
still,
just
get out of here!
I mean, but that's what the haters have been doing. This is the next Ouya, and if they're actually making new games
If I hear that
or
stupid
they're
Soldier Boy console one
adjusting
more time.
other older games, which is fair.
You,
They have brought some out.
Soldier Boy is broke.
broke a boy.
Broke.
I would never buy a Soldier Boy console.
Is he still getting residuals? Because he hasn't had an album since like
He got
what?
sued by Nintendo
Yeah,
almost.
he's done. He's literally
No,
done.
he brought
done.
another one out though. He did.
He's done.
No, he did
Soulja
release
Boy
another
is
console.
over.
That's not BS.
Yeah.
And I think Rich from Review Tech USA got ripped off. Self-admittedly.
Wait, what? He came out. How is this
He
man
said,
making money? He's
I
broke.
remember he
You.
tweeted out, I will give it
That's
an
why, 'cause
honest
he says
review, Soldier Boy.
you.
Soldier Boy up in this. Oh, watch me break, watch me roll. I'm so broke. I'm a joke. I'm gonna make a console. Oh,
That was good. That was good improv.
yeah.
Soldier
Yeah, the
Daddy
fan-
that was great improv
Thank
for
you.
me to poop on.
Ooh, you want to poop on me? I poop on you.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Max, can I show you something on air real quick?
Uh-oh.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yes.
I don't know that you've seen this. But I wanted to show this to you because you know that I collect Boba Fett action figures, vintage Boba Fett action figures, right? And so I've got like about 115 of them now.
Oh, your camera's really clear.
Holy shit.
I've shared many times. I've shared many times the reason why I collect these is because it doesn't matter what condition they're in. I mean, like the paint's all coming off of that one, and whatever. But the thing is like I look at it with each kid who had one of these. They took them on adventures. They played with them. They did something with them. They blew them up. I've got some that are covered in like magenta crayon. I've got some that are burned beyond recognition. But I got one, and I didn't even know this, Max, until I got it, and I actually opened it on the air the other night. And this is a very special one now. So I got this action figure, and there's something very different about this action figure because on the back of the head, it says Max.
Awesome.
And
That's mine.
so I saw this though, and I thought that this was really cool because some kid had actually put their name on that.
Right.
That's my lost action figure.
Max, this will now have a special place in the cabinet because now this is Mad Max the Mandalorian. So
Yeah, that's awesome. You found my action figure.
Boba Fett's not actually a Mandalorian.
he is now. Watch the show.
No.
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah.
True.
Oh yeah. They brought it back into the fold.
They made that decision, and they need to have her fired because of that.
Wait, you want her fired because they made
I'm
Django,
so happy
Django
everyone
and
got
Boba
here.
a Mandalorian?
Thanks for coming by.
I think that I would like her fired because my name is Fire Water, because there has to be fire first, and then I got to put the water on it. So then that what happens with Kathleen Kennedy? She gets fired, and then I put the water on it.
Bonus.
I actually have to get to bed. Guess that's a Enoch and Brian just got here. But
no, it's okay. I figured
because
you'd say it.
I'm leaving town after work tomorrow. I got to pack still.
All right. Well, like I said, my feelings are this. I still have my original Intellivision.
I still have my Nintendo Entertainment System, my NES set up in my living room. I've got my Sega Genesis. Not everybody's gaming needs are just like yours. So if you got a problem with Amico, or you got a problem with them trying to make a gaming system that's different, that is something that may be a little retro, that you don't understand, that's fine. You got a problem with it. Keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Or just don't,
seriously.
or have your opinion, but just
Well,
don't.
I
attack
think that
people-
Tommy and
attack people
Kathleen
that like
Kennedy
it.
have been working together, so
Probably.
he needs to be
Probably.
fired
But, like,
and
I
then
just-
put water
I just
on
don't understand
afterwards
that.
as well.
Just stop
I just don't-
doxing
I
people.
don't
Stop
understand.
threatening people.
Kathy
I don't
Kennedy
understand that.
consulted on the Amico. That's
I mean, like, what is it going to do? What is it going to do? Is it really is it going to destroy the gaming world because Tommy Tallarico made the Amico?
He's trying to scam you out of your money.
It's going to destroy Star Wars.
How is it scamming you out of your money if you know what you're
That's
getting?
what they think, though. They think it's a giant
They're
scam.
sa- they're saving. They're
It's only a
saving
scam
consumers.
if he ships you an empty console with no chips in it. You
Right.
know, like it's not. It's.
I'm confused
I
as to
don't
how
know.
it's a scam if he's told
I
you.
don't know either.
I believe
it's-
people are misunderstanding definitions here.
It's
Well,
been right up
you
front.
gotta actually know what a definition is of something before you can kind of like play with it a little bit. Like I question some of these people's.
Well, it's just
Some of these
reduce
guys
it
didn't really do so hot in school.
If anything, he's been less scammy than Nintendo and PlayStation, Xbox, because they show FMV trailers at E3, which is not 100% gameplay, and they got caught on it, and that's why they have to bail on them. They say not actual gameplay.
Yeah, it's not like
They didn't used to do
Cyberpunk
that.
2077. That was a shit show.
But he's actually showing real gameplay, so he's not he's showing you what it is. You might not like it, but he's showing you what it is. He's not scamming you.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
No, I'm sorry. I've just reduced it down to grown ass men bitching about a kid's game.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's shameful and embarrassing, but they don't have a shame threshold. Like I have a very low shame threshold. I get embarrassed easily, and if I were to behave like that, I'd vomit on myself.
Dude, for real. Like that's my whole thing. It's like, dude,
I get embarrassed. I do get embarrassed easily.
Again, people are way too invested in what other people choose to spend or not spend their money on.
Well,
That's
just
what it comes
don't
down to.
attack someone else's integrity when you have so much bias.
Yeah, Rich's take on that was kind of ass. I have to say, I'm disappointed in him, and I do like.
He knows
it.
better.
Yeah.
He knows better. He knows that those small YouTubers aren't actually getting paid. That's just such a.
And if they are, how
that-
much could they
that
possibly
type of-
be getting paid?
That type of commentary only appeals to YouTube viewer idiots that think everyone's a shill and actually gets.
Well,
funds.
yeah, that's like some quartering shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. And he criticizes the quartering content. That's why I called him. And then I was going to bring that up on the stream. So maybe it's good you didn't bring me on, Rich. Because I was going to say, that's bullshit. You might say they're trying to get access. Okay. But saying he's paying small YouTubers, come on.
it's fucking
There's
I
no
get
profit in that.
paid in hater tears. And Matt Jarbo Uber for free.
Matt Jarbo.
What's Matt Jarbo? Get
Uber
on
me
here.
a sandwich.
Bro, get on the panel. Matt Jarbo, so I can end the show. Hasn't everyone on this panel, including myself, it's just about the futures? We're all guilty. What?
I mean, let's be fair.
Wait,
Jarbo
Snyder-
plays
What the hell is
listen,
Matt talking
Let's
about?
be fair. Jarbo
knows?
plays
That being
Xbox.
weird.
Nobody cares. Go
That
away.
being weird.
I'm so mean to
Hey, I
Jarbo.
play Xbox too, man.
Don't admit that. Don't admit that publicly.
I
Just
got
don't.
an-
I wish,
Xbox after
actually,
too.
Zeno, that would have been nice, man. Could have knocked off some of my student loans in Tommy Tallarico shirts. We'll call them Tommy Bucks.
Tommy Bucks.
I did get some Tommy Tallarico shirt, and I
Well,
could have bought them myself, but it just means so much
I'm-
more because I got it from Tommy.
I'm having Tommy.
You got it for
on-
shilling.
Well, I'm
No,
having
I
Tommy
asked for it.
on-
He
No,
didn't I
give me
begged. I'm like, you know
Tommy,
what?
give me a fucking shirt.
I got jealous of Saggy Melons. I did. I'm like, Saggy got some cool swag. I want
I
some
did.
swag.
Yeah, I got to sweat. So
And then-
I'm having Tommy on Tuesday
Cool.
on my channel. And I don't know how that's gonna go considering everything that's happened. I was not ready for this, so we're gonna have a really interesting time on
Enosh,
my
I want to come over and play Amico with you and your family, Isaac and Tiff-tastic.
Heck
Your
yeah,
whole
man.
family. I'm gonna visit you one day in the future.
I'm
I'm-
gonna, and you're not even. He doesn't even need to be invited. He's just gonna
No.
show up, and he
And I'll
wants his,
bring
he
my,
wants his
and I only have to
Mandalorian.
bring my Amico controller and play
And
Zelda
it's
versus
like-
my
I'm-
games.
And he
That's
wants
right.
his Mandalorian. It's not really a Mandalorian.
I'm gonna go over to Enosh's house one day, and
You
when
think.
he's sleeping,
You think.
I'm going to replace everything in that room of his
Hey,
with
Tiff.
nothing
Hey,
but
Tiff.
Blue Beetle figures. He's gonna come in and it's all blue.
That's just cruel.
and then William and Wonder Man.
Can
will be
we
in the
all
background
send
doing
Enosh
some
as
stuff.
many Blue Beetle figures as he
Everyone
has
needs to
of
send
Boba
Enosh
love
Fett?
about that idea. You know what I love about the idea of people thinking like, because somebody said that they were going to replace. Oh, I think it was Ray Porter actually said that he wanted to come over and like replace like little things or like put little things around the room or whatever. And it's like, do y'all think that I don't know literally where everything is in this?
Yes. Yes, we could remove one item and you will not find it. Yes, I will challenge you, sir.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not replacing.
Just tell you, I would find it. I would find it.
No,
I would figure
You're
it
gonna
out.
find
I would
it. It
figure
should
it
be
out.
all blue in your
I
room.
would figure it out. You don't understand how much time I spend in this room and like how many hours it is meticulously taken.
I will
me
find
to
something.
place,
I will find
to
the Holy
place
Grail. And that
everything
night
in
will
this
tell me I
room.
have chosen wisely
No,
and not
here,
chosen
here, I
poorly.
don't,
I'm
I
just
don't know
telling
why.
you.
I don't know why he's saying this because I'm not just moving when I'm taking everything out of that room and replacing it
All right,
all
well,
with
Saggy,
Blue Beetle.
all right, you're just
It's
going
all gonna be
hardcore
Blue
now.
Beetle. Yes, because I'm that passionate about trolling Enosh with Blue Beetle.
You said that with like a straight face.
Yes!
I was like, can you say that without sarcasm?
What
No.
the heck is
I do
Sandy?
need
What
that
is she
show 'cause
talking
I got a
about?
What is
long day
she
tomorrow.
on? Are you taking the pot, yo?
I love Enosh.
I
She's
don't know
on the
what the
pot.
heck she's talking about. She's
Hey,
on
Echo
something.
Base.
It's happening, Enosh.
Oh,
You're
EDM,
gonna
what's up?
see.
You know what,
sneak in there.
Saggy? You should go on Echo Base because they're nice guys. They could get you to 1K.
First of all, who said I was never going to? They have
No,
invited me.
I know. I'm reminding you. Hey,
I love Echo
hey,
Base.
Nick,
What do you mean? They're my best.
bring Saggy on. Get her to 1K,
Echo Base is good
please.
people.
She's really close.
I like that they
Or-
criticize
or-
Star
or-
Wars and don't
about
use
Star
the
Wars.
anti-SPW
I would say
talking
Enosh, but
points.
lots of people know Saggy on Enosh.
I got you and Enosh are what is most of my audience.
That's also
I know,
same for
but
me too.
Here's the thing.
I could never fall out
Saggy's
with
really
you guys.
close. Saggy's really close. She needs somebody to push her over the edge.
Yeah, and some it helps to get a.
Enosh, no. Look at that smug face.
Hey, Echo
Tiff,
Base. This is something you could get behind, Nick. You need more You need more melons on your podcast.
Tiff,
You
help me.
need some saggy ones.
Tiff, go down there and just
The,
whack
the crystal calls to you.
Tiff,
I
we told him not to show this stuff.
We told him. We
Tiff,
told.
please,
to not
take
to
it away.
show.
Max sounds like a disappointed parent. So yeah, we told him. And
Tiff, we told
Well.
him not to show all the
Tiff, please
lounges
take that
toys.
away
You know,
from
the certain toys.
Just saying.
Tiff,
Just
take it
saying.
away from it, please.
It's right. What?
Yeah,
that's too much.
Saggy, please go on Echo Base. They'll get you there.
I don't
I
know.
need to go on
You're-
Echo
you're
Base. I like
funny.
those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Let's just all go on Echo Base.
Right,
See ya.
Right. So,
Nick and Coach.
I've had those guys on my channel.
Except Matt Jarbo. I know Echo Base. Matt Jarbo is
No,
not
so you want to hear a
welcome.
funny story about Echo Base? You guys want to hear a funny story? So I was in their chat and I became a member there. And I believe it was Coach that was hosting the show by himself. And when he saw me in the chat and he saw that I became a member, he was like, "Oh, Saggy Melon, Saggy Melon." Everyone was cracking up because they every time he said my name, everyone was just laughing their butt off when he said, "Yeah, Saggy Melon, Saggy Melons," and they were just
Thank you, Saggy
dying.
Melon. He's got a very
Thank
nice
you,
voice.
Saggy Melons. Thank
Very
you,
relaxing.
Saggy. Who?
Coach.
Yeah, Coach does have that radio voice, even though he's got a little accent in there. It's just
I like that if they criticize Star Wars, at least
Nick,
they
can you
have
just-
some reasonable talking points rather than the normal anti-SJW bullshit.
Nick, can you just leave in the comments? Yeah, everyone's welcome except Matt Jarbo.
How do you know
Please,
that's
that'll
Nick?
make me
It could
feel.
be-
Now,
it could
then
be
we can
Coach.
end the show. Yeah,
How do you-
everyone's welcome but Matt Jarbo.
How can you
My
tell which one
apologies
that
to
is?
Matt Jarbo.
No,
That Jarbo was already on. You can't do that. You can't gatekeep Matt Jarbo.
No, Matt Jarbo's been gate kept.
No, you can't gatekept him.
No, I
been
have
gate
I gate caught him.
No, no. What?
But wait,
You just blew my brain.
Saggy's got a reboot right now. It's going to take 30 seconds.
Booting down.
well,
I'm back.
Rhea.
Oh, there you go.
By the way, did anyone see Enosh try the watermelon challenge?
Yes, I did.
Did you see? Listen, I loved his reaction because when
Absolutely
Tiff,
gross.
right?
Absolutely
but when
gross, by
Tiff
the
when
way.
Tiff did it and she looked at him like it's not bad, he's like, "Shut up!"
Shut up! You are a liar, sir.
I have to watch it. You can't put too much mustard on it.
Well, no,
I
she,
had
I
some.
Think she
I
put a
tried
lot
it.
on. Yeah, she put a lot on at one point, and I was like, "Oh no." Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
She loved it. She loved it. You know.
See, I told you. Listen.
I mean, are we talking like French is yellow.
Yes,
or
French
like
is yellow on watermelon.
gilded
It's-
spicy brown.
Yeah.
I do have to end the
Well, that's
show
some
though
great
because
we had to end the show a half hour ago.
no,
You don't have to
because
end the show.
I am a procrastinator packer too. My wife's like, you always wait till I got to pack first.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's 5 more minutes? Get it?
Yeah, it's 5 more minutes.
Well, you're first to go.
Max, just don't forget the mask. Max, when you pack, don't forget the mask, okay?
Hey,
Hey, don't forget your crystal.
Okay, I'm writing.
I don't need one of those.
Yeah.
You can put a glow stick in here and it glows.
Oh God.
Oh wow, Echo's gone
Oh,
legit. Okay.
shots fired. Shots fired. Shots are fired.
I just wanted you to. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Shots
Okay.
fired.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Ooh, wait a minute. We ain't in the stream yet. What's going on in this
No.
I
It's gonna work.
exercise shoot 2
Round
half.
two.
Nick,
Round
I
two.
want to try to end the show. I don't want to open the can of worms.
No, can of worms has been opened, so you have to deal
So the
with it
can
now.
of worms. So just so we all know, we're all sitting at the table, and there is a can of worms on the table that has been opened regarding the racist remarks and
Oh my God.
ways of Doomcock and Gary.
All right.
And
good
whether
night.
or not
Shots
he's
fired.
racist.
You're
I'm just saying
fired.
whether or not he's
Callie
racist.
has
You're
to-
washed up. You're
Callie has
retired.
to go to the bathroom. Bye. Good night.
Good night, everybody.